What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ty. On my last video, y'all showed me a lot of love for my birthday. I appreciate that. Much love. Today, our new playbook that we're going over will be the 76ers playbook, which is a very post-heavy playbook, as Joel Embiid had the most post-up opportunities or plays range for him last year. So, as you will see later on in the video, there's a lot of post plays, a lot that are just simple, right down to the point, and some that are very, very advanced with a lot of options. So we're going to break down the pick and roll plays, all right? These are also very simple. So the first one I'm going to go over is fist down 25. As always, we'll go through the whole play as is. All right. So you get a screen right here. If he's open, shoot it, but it's Ben Simmons, he can't shoot. Then a simple pick and roll. All right. So what happens if we don't pass it? You get a flare screen. I don't know how I greened that. But this action right here is a very OP action, especially with how screens are right now. It's like everybody got Hall of Fame brick wall, right? So you don't pass that, you get that screen. If he's not open, you run a pick and roll. All right. So once again, you got the three right there. If that's not open, you got the pick and roll or the pop, whatever he decides he wants to do. If that's not open, this is your money action right here, this flare screen. Look at that screen he got right there. That's a crazy screen. Now, if you got like you're playing my team and you got, I don't know, Damian Lillard, Chris Paul, one of those type players, that's going to be very OP. Especially when you switch it up, right? Let's go on to the next play. Next play is fist 21 down cross. As always, we'll go through the play as is. Alright. So the first action right here, this down screen. If he's open, shoot it every time. This is Steph Curry, so you know he got the burner on him. But if it's not open, you decide not to pass it, nothing happens, unfortunately. So you do have to run this guard to guard. But I would use that for the first action, unless your guard is somebody big, like a Ben Simmons or a Magic Johnson or a Penny Hardaway, because you don't want, I don't know, Steph Curry setting the screen or Stephen Curry to set the screen. You don't want that, right? So it's just decent play if you want a quick three for your shooting guard. All right, fist horns 15 pop and fist horns 15 pop mid is both pick and pop plays. Except one's going to go out to the three-point line, the other one's going to be for a mid-range. But you can lead pass, so you don't really need to run that mid-play. I will wait for him to get out the paint. You got all that space, and that's money every time. Especially if they help. I meant to hit square, but Danny Green was open. We'll run it one more time. Wait for him to clear out. So as he clears out, somebody should be open. Nice play. All right, the next play is an ISO play, but we're not using it for our ISO play, right? So it's ISO 31 elbow.
Set it up.
That right there. You got somebody with a quick shot. I'll show you what happens if you don't pass it. Well, you don't have to pass it, but he gets up there, then you just do your thing. Post up. Get out of the post ISO. If you don't pass it, nothing happens, right? But this action right here is quick screen. He hits that screen just like that every time. Like I said, with how screens are, you can even wait for him to come all the way around. You can even come out and block him. Oh, he went the other way. But as soon as he hits that screen, I'll run it one more time. I didn't want to track him in, but you get it. That's a very quick Quick hit and play right there. Not going to see that coming. Don't spam that. That should get you open at least a couple times during the game. All right, now we're going to get into these 3-point plays. They're very simple, but they're effective, right? So quick 13 high flare. You see the word flare in there? You already know what that means. Flare screen. And if you play 2K for real, then you know about flare screens. Everybody remembers what quick horns for flare was the best play in the game. This is also another good quick play because it's quick. I wouldn't run this a lot though. Just get them off guard. Quick floppy tight. Run it as is. It's floppy. You know what floppy is. We're running again. Danny Green's open, pass it. He's wide open, shoot it. Money. Same thing for the other side. Close off that screen. He waits a little bit. Money. If you're wondering why it's taking so long for the other side to start, it's because he's setting the screen as well. So the small forward might not be opened as much if you call this for the shooting guard just because he's setting the screen. So him coming out that animation might be a little slow. As you can see, look at Danny Green. He sets the screen and it takes him a little bit to get by. All right. The next play we'll go over quick 3-rip floppy. Once again, they got floppy in it. You already know what it is. Same thing. With another screen right there. So a lot just happened right there. Let's go over it again. The sun will go slow. Then he gets the screen. Pass it to him. You could lob that. Will it be open? I'm not sure. If that's not Ben Simmons, that's anybody else. And then look at your center. This is going to be your best 3-point play out of this playbook, even though the other ones I showed you are good. But that's just too many options. That's too many options. Sorry for it acting a little. Practice mode always a little iffy. So we'll go over it again. But look at this. Go take up the whole clock. You get a screen right there. You got him cutting. You can lob that, or if it's open, you pass it to your point guard. You can run a pick and roll, then your center's getting a screen. No one is going to expect the center to be a part of this play like that. So for those people that's off balling, oh, it's over. It's over. Same thing. You run it to the other side. It's the opposite happens. You want your better shooter to come off.
Hey, don't forget the clock.
Once again, wide open. That center should be open almost every time. If he's not open, then I'm surprised, especially with people off ball on the center. This is the best 3-point play out of this playbook. But the other ones, the quick floppy tight and the quick 13 high flare, are very good. All right. And also the ISO 31 elbow, because I'm using it as a 3-point play, but you can use it as a post play as is recommended. All right, the next play we're going to go over are the post plays. Everything over here on this page right here is very, 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 very simple, right? So punch 5 high. Simple. He's in the high post, gets the ball. Do your moves. This is Kelly Olynyk, so I ain't got to do too much. But do your moves. Get in that post spin, drop step, shimmy, dream shake. Whatever it is that you do that. Simple, very simple plays. Punch elbow 54. Simple plays. I will run punch 5 high because no one's next to you. Look at that. Very simple plays, right? All of these, very simple. Now, these plays right here, these are part of a series. So even if you didn't have this playbook during Play Now Online, you didn't want to change it, or you're playing My Team where you can't change the playbook once you get into the game, you could run the series. Now, I believe I'm hearing that series aren't working in game. So as of right now, if that's true, you can't do that. So you would have to run the playbook. There's also other playbooks that have series inside the play. Like if you go to the Bucks and they have 5 out, 5 out's also a series. You don't need to have the Bucks playbook to run 5 out plays, or like the Magic, Pelicans, etc., etc., etc. Right? So punch, see, point series. Right? 1, 2, and 3. Let's run through the first one. We'll go through the whole play as is. All right. See what happens if we don't pass that right there. You get a screen. You can shoot that. Another screen. Dump it down. You got him coming off the screen. That's wide open. Shoot that. So now, imagine that being Nikola Jokic. Right? Run it one more time. You got the screen right there. You always want to stretch forward. That right there. Dump it down low. You can hold it. This is Nikola Jokic with dimer and all that. Easy pass. That's going to be in because he would have dimer. Right? So let's see what happens if we don't hand it off. You get another down screen. You can pass it over here. And then just run the pick and roll. Easy. Right? So pass it here. We'll hand it off. And then we won't pass it. Let's see what happens. He just replaces to the other side. So if he has a hot spot right there, try to get him over there. And then just work it out. All right, see if there's another option that I'm missing. See, we pass it here, but we don't pass it down low. Or we don't pass it to him. We get another handoff. And just to pass it down low.
Don't forget the clock.
By that time, that's the whole shot. But there's a lot of options. And this is just the first part of the series. If you don't know what a series is, the best way that I can explain it is it always looks like something that's going to start the same, but never finishes the same. That's the best way, easiest way for me to describe a series. It'll look the same, but it'll never end the same, which is why it's confusing and hard for defenses to pick up. All right, so this next play is punch C point series 2. Once again, we'll go through the whole play as is. You could throw that in there. It was too open for me not to throw it in there. He blocked it, but that's open as well. So let's actually go through the whole play as is. So a lot just happened right there. You got him right there, your center, and then look what this is. Another flare screen. I'm telling you, these flare screens still get open a lot. You got, I believe I've shown 3 or 4 different ways that you get open with a flare screen. It's a lot. So let's see what happens if we don't pass it down low. As we've seen before, it'll end up pick and roll towards baseline. All right. So what happens if we don't pass it at all? What do we get? Center comes off your screen. Now this right here, I wouldn't recommend dribbling with your center, but it's there. At least not now in the year. You My Team guys. Later in the year, yeah, go for it. I didn't want to drag him in. But as you can see, a lot of different options. A lot of different options. So once again, don't pass it. He'll come up. I didn't pass it quick enough. rolls. You could pass it over here, and then you'll get a pick and roll over here. All right. So next play and the final play is Punch C Point Series 3. Once again, we'll run the play as is. As you can see, nothing crazy. So let's see what happens when we don't make this first initial pass. We just get a 5-out pick and roll with your power forward. Right? So we make this pass and don't pass it. What do we get? Another screen. He's just replacing. Now it's cleared out. He has the whole side to himself, and he has good post position. That's also something you want to look out for. If you have deep post position, and you got drop stepper and all the other good stuff, it should be very easy for you to score. See what happens if we don't pass it here. It should just end in the pick and roll. That one's a lot more simple, but as you can see, still all three very good. You could run those 3 plays all game and probably be fine, mixing in a couple of little simple pick and rolls. But this playbook, if you like to get busy down low, like if you're using Embiid, Jokic, if you're using, you're playing my team, wait till you get like Hakeem, Tim Duncan. I think Tim Duncan came out. You could use that and just go crazy, play through your post. And a lot of people aren't going to know how to stop you in the post. It's different from, guarding screens and switching on screens. But in the post, since a lot of people don't play in the post, since, I don't know, the only time you see post players or anybody scoring in the post is if you play like my career and you're playing stage. But when I play my team, I've been playing my team for a while, I've never played a player that his whole offense was playing through the post. So your only option really is to probably reach or double team. And you're reaching, you're getting fouls, you're going to the line. You're double teaming, well, guess what? You just gave up a 3. So this playbook to me is very good and it's very underrated. I've never used the 76ers playbook, so all these plays are new to me. I will say these plays were probably in the game last year. They don't have the underscore. I'm assuming everything with the underscore is a new play. But if you like to score on the post, this is the playbook for you. Not bad. I'll rate it. If we had to give a rating for it, I'll give it just for the post alone, I'll give it a 8 out of 10. Good playbook. Use it. So it's Ty. Till next time, I'll see y'all. If you want me to do a playbook, recommend it to me in the comments and I will get to it. All right? Till then, peace out.